As coach, you look at me as dad. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking your dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Oh, Tank don't pay his coach.
Hey, come on now.
Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had.
Gervonta Davis is facing the biggest fight of his life. And this time, it's not in the boxing ring. After narrowly avoiding jail time in his latest violation hearing, the WBA lightweight champion now finds himself entangled in an even greater challenge, a lawsuit that could put his career in jeopardy. Lamont Roach's team, Gervonta Davis legal action, challenging the controversial majority draw decision in court. Gervonta Davis' own words in the ring serve as evidence that the fight's outcome was questionable.
His coach or his manager or whoever it is, his trainer, somebody filed a lawsuit, right?
His lawyer filed a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis moments of the fight, as Lamont Roach continued to push Gervonta Davis the limit, uttered the words that ignited a firestorm of controversy. "You aren't going to win, they aren't going to give it to you at the time." Many dismissed it as just another mind game. Gervonta Davis Roach's legal team now sees it as a crucial piece of evidence.
Are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, "Oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner." I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's all.
They argue Gervonta Davis was an open admission of corruption, suggesting he already knew the outcome before the judges' scorecards were even read. Roach's team contends that the fight was supposed to be fair, yet it was allegedly manipulated behind the scenes. Gervonta Davis goes beyond seeking to overturn the majority draw decision. It aims to expose what they Gervonta Davis robbery in boxing. If the court rules in their favor, the consequences might be barred from stepping into a boxing ring for the Gervonta Davis.
When I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, stepped in them shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my.
That's 2 years and 4 months of forced inactivity, an absence that could completely reshape Gervonta Davis' career at 30 years old. Losing that much time would leave him in a tough position. The sport moves fast, and while he's tied up in legal battles, younger fighters will be making Gervonta Davis have come at a worse time.
The thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, It's a rocky road that we said what's going on. Just pay attention.
Is already burdened by a long history of legal troubles, and his most recent probation violation has only worsened the situation. His decision to leave Florida without permission, despite being given multiple chances, made the judge question whether he even respects the law. During the hearing, the judge emphasized that she had shown leniency in the past, even granting him special permission. Gervonta Davis, Olympics to support Team USA Boxing. Yet despite this, he still broke the rules and traveled without approval. His probation officers weren't pleased either. One agent revealed that getting in touch with Gervonta Davis so difficult that they had to go through his team just to reach him.
Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
The state pushed for jail time, with one attorney even recommending a $25,000 fine on top of it. However, the judge, despite her frustration, opted against sending him back to jail. Instead, she extended his probation by 18 months and fined him $10,000. But that wasn't the real punishment. The real threat now is what this lawsuit could do to his career.
Calvin was in his corner, he said, "We'll see."
Right, because it's nobody's business, but, he didn't mean anything by that,
Facts, there you go.
They forever family.
The situation is already dire, but what makes it even worse is that Gervonta Davis longer has his most trusted advisor by Gervonta Davis. The veteran trainer who guided him to superstardom is no longer part of his team. And now, Ford is speaking out about what's going wrong. Gervonta Davis' legal troubles before but still managed to stay focused on his career.
Tank was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. The Tank was like the fan.
In his opinion, the difference back then, Gervonta Davis Mayweather Tank is a fighter. That's what he does best. He should stick to that. Gervonta Davis when asked about the situation. Asterisk boxing politics is different. It takes experience. That's how Floyd helped Tank stay great, even in the middle of Gervonta Davis. Ford's comments weren't just advice. They were a warning. He was reminding everyone that when Tank was under Mayweather's guidance, he managed to handle his legal troubles without them derailing his career. Floyd had faced his own share of problems outside the ring.
Man, I'm not. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count.
But he knew how Gervonta Davis everything while still dominating the sport. He had the experience, the connections, and the knowledge to navigate boxing's toughest business and legal challenges. Gervonta Davis now struggling with on his own.
Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin tatted on me. Calvin ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't even know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Gervonta Davis do things his own way, and Ford believes that's his biggest mistake. The legal system doesn't care how many knockouts he has, and the courts aren't impressed by his championship belts. Without the right people guiding him, his career could fall apart before he even steps back into the ring. Gervonta Davis to Ford maybe brought this on by turning away from the very team that helped him reach the top.
It's great for me. I got 2 head coaches that's going to, so it's gonna be fire to me. I'm probably the only one that can do that or ever done it in the sport. Like bring 2 head coaches together. You know what I mean? So it worked out in my favor, man. You know what I mean?
Gervonta Davis' performance says no. With this lawsuit, it's under greater scrutiny. Was Tank genuinely struggling that night? Or was Gervonta Davis? Gervonta Davis boxing fans, analysts, and even fellow are now asking. And with Calvin Ford no longer in his corners, lost the steady voice of experience that once kept him focused and on track. Gervonta Davis of this situation, it could spiral even further out of control. The court's ruling on this lawsuit will asterisk determine everything, and if he's found guilty of any wrongdoing, Gervonta Davis is facing the biggest fight of his life. And this time, it's not in the boxing ring. After narrowly avoiding jail time in his latest violation hearing, the WBA lightweight champion now finds himself entangled in an even greater challenge. A lawsuit that could put his career in jeopardy. Lamont Roach's team, Gervonta Davis legal action, challenging the controversial majority draw decision in court. Gervonta Davis' own words in the ring serve as evidence that the fight's outcome was questionable. Gervonta Davis moments of the fight, as Lamont Roach continued to push Gervonta Davis the limit, uttered the words that ignited a firestorm of controversy. You aren't going to win, they aren't going to give it to you at the time.